And hello everyone and welcome to definitely the last day of the Eastern European DPC here in Division 1. I'm Harry Freak. Joining me is going to be Trent. And today, Trent, there's no fights for relegations. There's no fight for the major, but there's a fight for 30 DPC points. And of course, $1,000 now between Darkside and One Move. So Trent, it's gonna be a fun one for sure.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Even if it is, not relegation, not the major, still important, right? Getting some bones and getting DPC points. Of course, we've discussed a couple times about how every point matters, and some teams really got burnt by that in the previous season.
This region.
So in this region specifically, so you really want to get those points, because you never know what's going to happen. And small points now can mean a lot later as the points get larger and larger as the season goes on, like the last majors and seasons being worth more points. So every little bit you got to bump up. You can still catch up to those teams, but you need as many points as you can get at this point. So I'll let you guys know we're a little bit behind getting started here because someone was late, but they're all here now. So hopefully we're going to be firing away here pretty soon.
Yeah, it's not gonna be an issue. Anyways, a little bit of info for viewers. Namiga and Navi should have played a tiebreaker as well, though Navi forfeited because, for the 7th and the 8th place, there are no DPC points involved, and there's only $1,000, which they seem to, they have a lot of money, they're like, yeah, we don't need that one. In some other regions, I think Secret forfeited that one as well. Do you think that's worth fighting for? Or maybe the teams got disappointed about the relegation and then they just didn't want to play at all?
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume that you would play it simply because it's like a paid scrim. That's how I would treat it. So that makes me think there's roster issues or something. I would just, go play your best of 3. Maybe you'll get paid.
It's a paid scrim if you win, right? So if you lose, then you you don't get anything. That's the thing. But winning, that's I guess something that everybody is striving for here. Either way, Trent. Looking at I know you'll probably answer this question yesterday as well. Any surprises for you? Were you thinking BetBoom are gonna beat Spirit yesterday? Did they? Did you think that's how it was gonna go?
It wasn't so much that I didn't think BetBoom could do it, because obviously they looked strong the whole season, but I did really feel like Team Spirit was building momentum and getting stronger and stronger as the season went on after dropping some games early and looking a little bit weaker. I felt like they were hitting their peak. So I did have them winning, but obviously it's no surprise that BetBoom were able to take it.
Yeah, I thought Team Spirit is gonna win as well. I actually was thinking if BetBoom are winning, they're winning 2-0. They're crushing them. But if Spirit take the incentive, they win. But actually, it was the other way around. It was Team Spirit that were leading most of the time in the series, and then BetBoom taking it back. So it was a surprise, but it was a nice surprise. I think for this we can say BetBoom is probably, because of that series, is probably going to be doing solid at the major. It's not that they're just going to be snowballing, and if that doesn't happen, it's going to go badly, I guess.
Yeah, it's a big one for them too. Just this idea of facing adversity, losing a game, because they hadn't really been doing that this whole season. So drop a game and then coming up, I think they dropped one game to Darkside, who are here, obviously. But that gives you hope for when you actually get to the major, playing in those group stages. You don't want to get rattled if you're dropping some games or falling behind in the matches. And I don't know, coming halfway through the season, I was probably thinking BetBoom are looking really scary at the major, and I think that still holds pretty true near the end there. If anything, I still have a lot of confidence in BetBoom, but I have even more faith in Team Spirit. So I think there are two going to be very good representatives at the major. Hellraisers in that third slot, they have obviously looked really good, but I wouldn't be surprised if they struggled a little bit more at the major, for example.
That is kind of my thoughts as well. But you mentioned the series of BetBoom versus Darkside, how they lost the game. They almost lost the game against One Move, which is the other contestant we have today. I think that was the longest game that we've had, 74 minutes. And BetBoom, they barely won that. It was really positioning of Pure from the sniper in that game. So coming into this one, One Move, Darkside, last time they played, 24th of January, not that long ago. One Move kind of crushed them. Do you think that's the same thing we're going to be seeing today, or something similar?
Yeah, that's and they had a chance to avoid this, right? Because they're playing Virtus Pro, but they were unable to get it. So yeah, I don't know. Overall, I probably would have rated Darkside a little bit higher. So we'll see if they can maybe get the better of them this time. But I think for One Move especially, that's got to be nice to know coming into this that we can do this. We got this, guys.
Yeah, last time Darkside, both of the games they played the Death Prophet. Didn't turn out well for them. That was kind of the bane of their existence. I think against Virtus Pro that you mentioned as well, and then they
Oh,
tried to
yeah.
do it themselves. Didn't really work out too well. Overall, but it is what it is. You promised us, Trent, that the game was gonna start soon. Like, what's happening? Can you start the game, please?
Well, it turns out we're waiting for someone else now. I'm not sure who, but there's someone else we're waiting for. It says 2 minutes, and then we'll go. So,
Okay, okay.
my bad, guys. I'll tell you, the 10 players were there, though, so I didn't really lie. It just, I guess we weren't ready to go.
It
That's
is
all.
the casters that should be starting the game. I'm just gonna say that it's up to Trent in this game in particular. So just
This is
blame
all
him
me.
if the game
Just,
isn't starting on time.
it's just my ego. I like to be on the camera for a while. That's all.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Purely all it is.
I think it's a beautiful view for the viewers overall. So they're not gonna be too mad about it. Let's talk a little bit about the relegated teams as we have time. Namiga and Navi. Did you have more expectations for them coming into this one, or is this absolutely no surprise to you? If you would at the start of the season and now be real, would you put them at the bottom two, or would you have someone else?
I think I probably would have had an Amiga, to be honest, in the bottom two. But I think that there was quite the toss up for the last like 3 slots. Like I wasn't sure how well Hellraisers would do. I didn't necessarily have them making it top 3, so I was surprised by that. I think One Move, I think Navi, I think Darkside, even great players, big names, but they have been struggling. A lot of those players over time. It's not necessarily that surprising that they're not at the top of the table in this season. So it's. It's not like a massive surprise, but I do think we have a very competitive field in Eastern Europe. So there was no way that these were just like set in stone at the start of the season. Do you feel similarly, or were you just like planting them down here?
I'm not sure about Namiga though. When the season was starting, because there was a third party tournament just before the new year, and they were looking good. They were beating Hellraisers. Virtus Pro wasn't even close to them in terms of skill and stuff like that. So I thought they were gonna do better. But I guess some of these teams were just getting to know each other, and Amiga were already a formed team. So now when everyone kind of got their stuff together, they didn't really manage to fight them. Navi. I at the start of the season, I probably would have put like One Move and Virtus Pro in the bottom two, and Navi Virtus Pro and One Move, but it ended up to be Namiga and Navi. So I guess I would have been wrong for the top 3. Maybe Darkside instead of Hellraisers, but this is about it. That's no surprise overall, even though that Hellraisers went through.
Yeah, and then of course that means we're actually starting Division 2 pretty soon. I mean, this is our last day, so Division 2 actually starts what? Wow,
Tomorrow?
is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I not even a day off. I guess you don't need a day off, right? Because none of the same teams are going to be playing from Division 1 to Division 2. But yeah, we just keep it rolling here, so that's very exciting.
Why would the show ever stop? Why would it?
I know,
stop?
guys. We have Dota nonstop now. Okay, I am looking forward to the Alberca. On Cybercats, I've been a fan of Alberca. That guy's got the craziest Monkey King I've ever seen. He's a psycho. And I mean, Puck Champs in Division 2 as well. Also a pretty strong looking team. Had some changes, but still, we got Young G and Malik there as well. So should be good. Should be a very solid Division 2 here. And lots of Kazakhstani players as well. That was always my favorite thing about Division 2 usually. But I mean, we got what? 1, we got 3. Yeah, we got 3. We don't have the full. Oh no, we got 6. We got 6 full Kazakhstani players. 7. Oh, there's so many. They used to have the full squad before.
If you just roll a little bit to the bottom of the Wikipedia page,
listen to you. Okay, you're so smart. I scroll the bottom of the page. All right.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I even started to count when you were talking about it. How many Kazakhstani players are, and then like, why the hell are we doing this? But okay, it is gonna be a fun one. I think Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, and South America currently for me, they have the most amount of new players coming in, and I think that's very good for the regions. They're like new talent that are actually pretty good at the game.
Yeah, and obviously, like a lot of regions have been criticized for that. Specifically, like North America, had a lot of problems with that. China used to be criticized pretty heavily for that, where it felt like people didn't really have a chance to break in, but that has definitely changed. Like China, I think is. I swear, every time that I get to tune into China Division 1 or Division 2, there's someone who I'm like, oh, I've never seen you before. And then maybe you look towards Division 2 and you say, oh, I've seen a lot of you before. So the balance has shifted quite a bit in terms of Division 1, Division 2, and some of these other regions, thanks to some of this new blood coming in and teams, especially Division 1 teams, being more willing to, I think, like take risks on pub stars. People have seen the success that other teams have had by bringing in someone who just like straight up looks like that raw talent that you can mold, and trying to just like work them like straight into the big scene.
Yeah, like interesting thing, Nightfall, he used to be called, what is it, the Epileptic Kid? I think that was the case. So I remember we had like a team, and our manager, or the guy who helped us, get the scrims up, I can call him the manager, he was trying for some other team to get Nightfall in that team. And at that point, that was like 3-4 years ago. So I was really happy when I saw him break into the scene. They were trying to call him, and he told them, like, no, I'm not going to play for a tier 2 team. I'm the best there is. Like, VP is going to call me. I'm the best carry in Eastern Europe. He was playing carry at the time. And everyone's like, yeah, but maybe he needs some experience. And then he just gets called, and the guy is
you got the call, yeah.
Yeah, he is crushing it. I mean, even moving on to position 3, he's just an absolute beast. When I thought I saw like a KDA, and like Pure and GPK, they have around 7-8, and then that was before the Team Spirit series though.
Yes,
but 17 KDA. Like, what the hell is that? Like, it's not fair. So the guy is really crushing it. And I guess calling pub stars, if they were winning that many games in pubs, you just bring them in and you ask them, okay, how do you do it? What do we need to do so that you win us the game? And that is how it's going. And BetBoom have like 4 pub stars and 1 TI winner. So pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, it's if you manage to win pubs by yourself, imagine when your team is actually trying to help you and play with you. It should be a lot easier, right? Theoretically. Of course, I guess then your enemies are also playing together. The dichotomies, the difficulties. Speaking of difficulties, we've been said they need an extra 2 minutes 2 minutes ago. So
yeah, Rabel is
with
writing
some
in
quick
the lobby.
math here.
4 minutes have passed. Yeah, Rabel is saying we can play without 1. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Even the players are getting antsy now that the casters are not starting the game, but hopefully everything is fine. I'm not even sure what we're waiting for, but either way, it's fun. It's fun talking to you. It doesn't matter. Hopefully,
that's
we're
right. We don't get to
transferring
hang
that
out all
to viewers.
season. You guys finish up, we hop on. I curse you guys when your games go long. Like, what's going on?
Really?
Clearly, this is the caster's
Why do you
fault.
do that?
Obviously, it's your fault that the games are going so long, and I'm here trying to get on to the next series.
I apologize.
Yeah, thank you. I've been waiting for that.
Okay, I mean, no problem. You should have just said it earlier that it was a problem, and I would have apologized earlier. So, though we did have a couple of 2-0s, so it wasn't that big of a deal, was it?
No, you guys are all right. Yeah. This time.
Okay. Just hopefully we don't get into any kind of altercation. I give up. Don't do it. But yeah, I'm. Why did you do that? Anyways, we did have a lot of fun in this season, I have to say. It is and watching the games you guys casted. First, I was envious because you were getting some of the longer games, and then at week 2, it was equalized, right?
Yeah, you guys got the big one. Only I guess C also they took back the record I saw in terms of the longest game very quickly from Eastern Europe. They weren't willing to let us have it.
Those
crazy
they
C
did
players.
it on purpose. No, it's not crazy. They did it on purpose. Here it was not planned, but on their side it was definitely planned just to have the top spot. So ours counts. I'm gonna go with that.
Well, my quick math is now showing that 2 minutes was now 4 minutes ago. So clearly, whatever we're waiting for is very important. I'm not. I still don't understand because I can't copy paste and do translate anymore. That doesn't work. So you guys are just gonna have to bear with us here.
Minecraft
promise
says
that I'm
25 people in lobby. Okay, I have no idea what this one word, which is ski, means. So that's
That was
that's a
pretty good
problem.
though. I can now see the word lobby. I understand.
Yeah.
I've had to.
Chilovak is people.
Oh, there you go. I had to try and read it one time for a coffee machine. When I was, I think I was in Ukraine. Yeah, I was in Kiev, and I was trying to figure out how to get coffee, and I was like trying to sort by the letters, and I was like, I think I got this, guys. I was successful. It was the only time I've had to use Cyrillic, so great success.
In Serbia, we have Cyrillic and Latin, so I'm fine, at least in recognizing the letters. And since I was in Ukraine, I was in Russia, and I play a lot of Dota on Eastern Europe. And
very helpful, very helpful.
Yeah. So I know, I can communicate, especially with coffee machines. That would be quite nice. As far as I can see, the lobby's being started, so the game should be starting in no time.
Imagine we fail now.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
Oh,
it's gonna happen. Yeah, you can go. The countdown is there already, and it's not going too well. Yeah, but it goes to show that there are attempts being made at the game being started. So that is nice to see at least.
That's a positive, right, guys? Probably we took so long. The right there must have been an update or something here. That's probably what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Rabel says, unlucky, go next. That's
right. The admin is raging. Raging emotes right now, okay? We're getting there, everybody.
Okay, even the admins are mad at you, Trent. This is this is a problem. That one you can understand. Okay, that's good. That one doesn't need any translating for you.
I think at this point we should probably just skip the draft because it's been so long. I think the players we should just go all pick, It seems like the most logical solution to make sure things get back on schedule. So we'll just grab ourselves a death prophet,
I think because of your good decision making, that you should stop with the casting career and actually be an admin for the
guys. The new rule. It's been 10 minutes. We're going all pick. All right.
Yeah, that
any back talk and you'll get low priority. Single draft for you guys.
One of the problems might be Wikipedia takes away the pages because of inconsistent rules. But either way, we have the draft on our hand, Trends, finally. And cheers. I'm going to say that we have a weird ban in a Lesh being banned out the first phase. That's not something I would have expected for sure.
All right. Getting out early. They got some plans coming to this one maybe for one move. What are your thoughts on first overall Lina? Like, if it gets left in by Darkside, all right, never mind. Because some teams have been skipping it, which I don't know. I feel like when it gets picked first overall, it wins, and then when it gets skipped, it still wins. So I feel like she's still very strong. We don't
Lina is 57% in Eastern Europe, so it's not that high actually. Though Namiga are to blame because they lost 3 times with Lina. But I'm not the biggest fan of the hero. I feel like on Major it's gonna get figured out, and whoever picks Selena is gonna get smashed. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that does tend to happen.
Yeah, that is the case. But we have a Phoenix very early on from Darkside, so they switched it up completely. I'm guessing they wouldn't have wanted to get a Death Prophet either way. Treant on the other side, so one move are trying to slow things down. I think this has been one of their more successful heroes.
I like seeing the Phoenix. I feel like the hero is it started popping a little bit at like the start of the season. I feel like around different regions I was seeing quite a few Phoenix games and then just kind of fell off for a little bit and now coming back. But overall, just it feels like there's not a whole lot of team fight coming out of supports right now. It feels like they're much more about like the little bit of pick off or that bit of burst damage. Like I'm thinking like the Clockworks and the Snapfires, or maybe a little bit of save, the Hoodwinks. So the team fight supports are kind of out a little bit right now. So it's nice to see the Phoenix, but instantly the sniper is an answer here from one move.
Yeah, they will have vision to find him though. And for me, Phoenix has always been a good hero against the Trent, and of course with the Treant Protector. It's it has worked. It has worked both ways. And sometimes the cooldowns might be a problem if they're on the same team. But if the Phoenix uses the egg, usually the Treant Protector needs to run away. So I like it. And also Roger and Soneko have both in the past been pretty good on the hero, so that's a plus as well. But I think one move got what they wanted here at the start for sure.
Yeah, pretty balanced. There's not a lot of complaints for just sniper. Not a very easy hero to straight up counterpick, even if you end up ruining his game. Can also flex to the mid lane depending on the matchups if it looks okay. So one move did that versus an Amiga as well, right, where they had the Ember and the sniper. So they're just, I don't know. I like that idea. We had the Ember. Oh no, it wasn't them who flexed. Someone did Ember sniper and they had to put the sniper mix of a Huskar, and that was a great choice. So it's I don't know, the little flexibility is nice.
Any ideas on how to counter the sniper? Really, because whatever I've seen, I mean, he still gets the shard and the hurricane pike, and he gets himself away like hero counters.
So
I'm not talking about
fast.
gameplay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like because the Spectre, I feel like when Sniper was first being picked, would often get banned in the second phase. But I haven't seen anyone try the Spectre maybe like once since Sniper's become popular, and I think that's partially why, like you said, it's just even if you haunt into him, there's a real chance that you just get like pushed back. And now you're just sort of stuck.
Yeah, you're not killing anyone, and you're surrounded by everyone. Plus, the Silver Edge is pretty strong. I feel like Silver Edge is super powerful, and all of the heroes that are kind of good against the sniper are countered by it, even the PA. So that might be the reason why the hero is that untouched. But I'd like to see a PA, I have to say, even though it's very unlikely.
I think the backline jumpers also feel kind of weak right now, like Night Stalker. Like I don't think that hero feels like super strong. It feels kind of hard to come out of your lane feeling really, really powerful. And traditionally he was someone who you could really like count on to get in the back. Maybe like a Primal Beast or something too. But then again, if you make that one mistake, the concussive shot, a Hurricane Pike, it's very easy to make that one little problem much bigger because he just spaces himself away and he just starts clicking all your heroes down.
It is a problem. The biggest problem is really when you try to catch him and you don't, and then he's in a perfect position to attack, and you can't run away from him, you can't kill him. I don't know what you do against him. But Darkside, I mean, I wasn't expecting this kind of an opening. Any ideas how they want to develop this draft?
Yeah, I think like you said, the flexibility between Seneko and Roger, I think, is good here. Like, because I'm kind of tempted to take my 5 if I'm Darkside, just because obviously then I get my like double core counter picks. But yeah, maybe that's what you do anyway. Maybe you just take like a ranged 5. So because I feel like or you could go for
Ember, maybe.
Yeah, and just like play it safe, or like not necessarily safe, but play it safe with the support swap. They just grab the tiny, so that kind of works, right? Could be a 4, could be a mid. A couple different options. Like probably not a 4 though with the Beastmaster.
You think? Yeah, it's not the best, and I like the mid tiny when you have a vision hero. I think that's always nice. You have a vision hero, tiny can get the right jump and blow somebody up. So I'm a big fan of it. Plus, of course, later on down the line, the Inner Beast really does benefit him a lot. Okay, Timber is not a hero that we've seen a lot. We've only seen him banned against Amiga.
Okay.
3 strength heroes, so it's definitely not bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid start. Maybe opportunities to match it into like the Beastmaster too, theoretically, if they find a nice setup here, but not the easiest hero to counterpick. They took care of the Ursa, and there's still like Monkey King for Darkside, but even that matchup doesn't feel that strong anymore.
It's not great. Is there anything else that can work against the Timber?
I mean, there's like some supports that are kind of okay that can like nuke him out a little bit, but even then, by the time he gets to level 3, it just kind of feels like the best thing to do is just try and roam and like pressure other lanes rather than the Timber.
You get an anti-mage and you burn his mana, and then you have a jumping in the backline hero against the sniper. I can see that you're not happy.
Hey, I'm always down for an anti-mage. Not in my pubs, but I was kind of hoping that Darkside would get the Hoodwink. I was thinking that was going to look really solid for them. If like the tiny was mid, I feel like it would have complemented pretty well. That's a nice grab here from one move. Pairs really well with the Treant as well. Obviously, hey, you gotta get in the trees right now if you're Darkside, right? We got Hoodwink running around. We got Treant Protector. Some annoying supports.
So I'm looking at it, and like Hoodwink is level dependent, and you kind of want to leave the Timber to get some solo experience. So that's why I'm not so happy about this one. Plus, there's 3 strength heroes on the other side, so they have a lot of HP. You're not gonna blow them up. So I know that Gilgir, this is one of his favorite heroes, and he has looked really good on it. But I just don't know if the sharpshooter will be able to kill someone. I think they need the mid laner that's going to be playing with the Hoodwink.
Yeah, definitely need someone who can help set up for the Hoodwink, and then maybe the eventual Shard as well can be kind of nice versus those tankier lineups. Try and boost that up.
That's true. That's true. What the Darkside need? I feel like they already have kind of push, team fight, catch. They have everything on their side. They might just need something to deal with the Timber somewhat in the lane, and later on to have an idea against this guy. Okay, that's looking like the mid lane hero now, considering that
very likely,
it's gonna be a tiny 4 then, or a tiny 5, and the Phoenix laning with the Beastmaster. Who would you rather lane against the Treant Sniper, a Phoenix or a tiny?
I don't know. They both feel kind of awful. Both low armor,
At least the Phoenix reduces their attack speed. That's something.
I'm thinking probably the Phoenix. They could Bloodseeker for Darkside maybe.
10 seconds.
Not bad. They have some AoE damage. I'm just scared for their lockdown. Everything is kind of single target. But yeah, Bloodseeker seems solid. It would lane.
Like who else wants to? Yeah, who can lane versus this Timber? Like this does not look like fun.
You mentioned the monkey, but I don't like the monkey with Darkside's lineup. I just don't see a great Wukong's command. You get 2 Force Staffs on the other side.
Dude, I'm off that hero. The Wukongs have just let me down all season. Like every monkey game, I'm like, yeah, okay. If they get locked in the Wukongs, never happens.
Yeah, that's the case. Void is a good ban actually. I like that one. Void with the inner beast aura is actually quite hard to deal with. Slark, we forgot about him completely. This would be a good Slark game. I feel like at the start of the season he was banned out every single time. Then teams just forgot about him. I think he's still good.
Yeah, he actually was. All right, how about safe lane Shadow Fiend for Darkside? Can we style on them? Can you lane versus Timber? Is that even doable? That sounds okay.
It sounds good.
With a tiny? That could be kind of hype, actually.
Yeah, actually, it would be nice. You get the long raises, then he tosses the Timber in, and you kill him.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Though, then again, one move are very good with the SF, and the Sniper is very good against the SF, so I feel like they would know how to deal with it.
Well, yeah, they definitely don't have that many problems, though, I wouldn't say. Looking at one move's lineup, like I feel like there's a lot of freedom in this mid lane hero. There's not too much to worry about, other than the matchup versus the Bat Rider. Is it worth going like Queen of Pain just because of the matchup? Because like your control would be kind of weak, but you do have that like classic bad matchup for the Bat Riders that they really hate.
And you would have the ability to burst someone down, really.
Yeah.
Bat would be a good target for the Hoodwink and the Queen. I like it. I would like it, and it builds into a Linken's. It can build into all defensive items and just jump in. There it is. Good call. Good call.
I can understand why you'd hesitate though as one move, because like it's a classic counterpick to the Bat Rider, but I also think that the number one thing that I wanted out of their mid was like better initiation and like a little bit of control, because they already have so much damage. And like Queen she's like sort of middle of the road in that part of the old like Pentagon,
5 seconds remaining.
So now do you go for the Seeker? Queen does have the range on her blink when it's maxed out to out for our viewers. How do you do it? You need to do over 1300 range in a split second, but if you blink max range and you move, then you don't take the damage. So
if step.
Yeah, you need to do it perfectly. In high stress situations, it's not the easiest one to do, but I'm guessing these players are they're good enough, they play Division 1. They can do it. I like it. I think Seeker is fine, but SF.
Would you look at that? That's pretty funny. Yeah. All right.
Okay, looking at this one, it's gonna be a Ramses SF. Have we seen a Ramses SF? I don't recall.
I don't think
recall
so.
one.
I'm ride or dying with the Ramses SF just because I called for it though. So now I have to support them.
You called the Queen of Pain as well.
Yeah, but that's versus bad. That's easy. That's I'm not taking any credit on that one.
So you're going for Darkside. So it is gonna be Soneko on the Phoenix. Though I still think that they swap it out. That they lane Roger with Ramses. I just think it would be.
I would think so too. Yeah, maybe they're just gonna like dodge a little bit. Except I don't know. I guess you can kind of run away from tree. You just like pull the waves as Roger. I agree though. I would rather it be the Tiny and the Shadow Fiend. I think you can actually do some really cool combos.
That would be That'd be pretty fun to see. No, I think I'm gonna be going for one move. I just think that they were so good at the SF, it was their best hero, and they should know how to deal with it. It's actually pretty ballsy from the other side to pick it up.
Yeah, we'll see if they're prepared for it, as you said, on one move, because yeah, knowing the ins and outs, there's definitely not a lot of secrets for either draft here in terms of like timings and everything either. Like it's just
Really
very
not,
very clear Dota and objectives as to how you want to play right now.
yeah, for sure. And also, before we get into the game, before we find out how it's gonna go, we're gonna have to hear a word from our beautiful sponsors. So EGB, take it away.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And we are back here, Trent, on our lovely faces. Just before we go into the game, talk to me about the laning phase a little bit between the two teams. You know, when we look at it, Queen of Pain versus the Bat, the Timber. We don't know how that lane is gonna go. The Sniper versus the Beastmaster. It does look a little bit more in one move's favor.
Yeah, I think overall they definitely have the better looking lanes, and but that Queen versus Bat Rider is going to be one of the more important ones to watch, I would say, because like we talked about, it is like this classic counter pick, and he's also a Bat Rider on the Radiant side, so his recovery in the jungle is going to be weaker than when you're playing on the Dire side too. So sometimes, like we had a match with a Caudle who was having a similar problem, was forced to jungle early. And because he was on the Radiant side, he actually just got really aggressive, and it was super impressive how many kills he managed to snag as a Keeper of the Light with like level 3 Illuminate, level 2 Illuminate, rotating into lanes. Bat Rider, a little bit harder to make those plays work, but his jungling is also quite a bit stronger. You can still do bigger and larger stacks. You don't have to rely on doing like 2 camps at a time or whatever. So I don't know. Overall, I feel like one move can take this one in the lanes.
I'm thinking so as well. We'll see how well it goes. We're seeing now DK Focus. He's trying to get down all of the trees, and one move are happy to fight him with the nighttime vision. They're gonna attempt it to at least harass him a bit. I don't see a kill happening here, even with Gilgear being in the vicinity. So they'll pull away. But DK Focus, I think he accomplished his goal. He took the trees down, though. I guess with the Beastmaster, it wouldn't be that big of an issue, even if you do it later.
Yeah, that's something that more and more teams are doing, where they run to try and contest and hold their tree line when they have a tree on their team. I think it's a nice change that teams are showing. Dive forced out of Seneko there. As, he's taking quite a bit of damage so far.
I mean, it's a Phoenix. You always, when you use a spell, you take a lot of damage. And he did start off with a dive. I think that's the bigger issue, because he's not really going to be able to do anything in the lane until he gets level 2. But overall, it is what it is. He survived, and this bottom lane, I'm glad we're looking at it, because to me, it looks like it should be the most fun of the all lanes, where it comes down to if you can outplay the enemy and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a cool amount of creativity here that the Tiny has options to, just because it is a Shadow Fiend. Like you were talking during the draft, this idea of like getting like the fire raise into a guaranteed close raise, because typically you can play around that obviously when you're laning versus a Shadow Fiend, but Tiny introduces a little bit of a variable there if he eventually gets up to that toss. But Tiny, of course, has been nerfed quite a bit in recent years, and that toss range is quite a bit lower than it used to be at level 1.
800 level 1, right? It's
so sad.
It really is sad. It used to be 1300. It used to be super easy, and it used to be 8 seconds. I remember when I used to play position 4 Tiny, you would just toss someone and then toss them 8 seconds later and just kill them. Now it's impossible to do, so you have to start up the lane with a tree in hand, like Roger here, just to smack the enemies.
Feels pretty good though. Gilgear securing the range creep there with the bushwhack, so just helping Afterlife get off to a good start. Those early levels crucial for the Timbersaw to get the points into the reactive armor. And up top, Pantomime, no trees, and this is why you cut those trees too. If you guys are playing in your pubs, because if you look at Tree, he gets a self-heal and regen amp of 40%. And so when there's no trees and he's contesting you, and well, he's just not going to be healing as much, and it's not nearly as annoying to deal with him. And the whole thing where he like walks through them, that part's pretty annoying too.
And very low armor as well, so if you're attacking him, all of the damage is going through, so you're gonna be quite happy with it. Roger, not really thinking about his career there for a second, but he'll be turning around, so it's not gonna be going down, even though it was right in the middle of this battle in the bottom lane. But so far, no kills, and there were games where we really haven't seen much action until later on in the laning phase. Does this look like one to you?
Yeah, this is a bit of a classic one, huh? For the whole season. It's like, what's our best chance to go? Probably that bottom lane can obviously get very explosive quickly. From both sides, like Timber and Hoodwink also could catch you off guard, especially like level 3. That'll be a bit of an issue there with the Hoodwink. The mid lane though is Rebel's taking a nice lead early.
You told me this is a Queen of Pain lane. Like, why is this happening? Rebel is actually doing really well. He's even pushing him back.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of owning with those early lasses on Bat Rider. I think that, I mean, you can see that he's a, level 25 Bat. So this guy has been grinding the matchup in pubs, and this is the matchup that you will see the most if you're a known Bat Rider player, because everyone goes for it. And the pressure comes from the dagger, as you can see right now. He's just being daggered down lower and lower and lower. I think the key is securing the early last hits when Bat Rider is like weaker, and you really have to rely on the sticky napalm. And the better Bat Rider players, I think, just have a better rhythm for it, and that's why he's looking so good. Ooh, Ankrad, though, that's aggressive. He blinked right on him in the jungle.
Yep, let's see what's gonna be happening there. He's taking some damage there for sure. So, okay, it's gonna be the creeps. Yeah, that's what it is, Trent. It's creeps getting kills and none of the teams. So neutral creeps 1, Darkside 0, 1 move 0. I mean, that's a problem right now. But DK Focus, well, he's in a lot of troubles as well. Munkushi trying to get him down, not going to be happening. So top lane, again, no kills will happen, but they will on the bottom lane. And Afterlife goes down. You said it first. Bottom lane is going to be the action-packed one, and they do get the kill. In the end, it's Roger that finishes him off, but Ramses did the most damage there.
Yeah, nicely done. Got the big old raise stack, the triple raise. I mean, that's the Shadow Fiend. That's what we want. Man, what a weird play mid, though. That Queen, like, jumped to that camp with no scream. Just underestimating, I guess, the HP or the region of the bat or something there, because it was just not quite enough. But hey, you know, denied the neutrals, whatever. It's kind of all a wash at that point. But he's now doubling up the CS of the Queen of Pain.
And I think this is a disaster for one move. I mean, before the lane started, we're like, yeah, one move are winning the lanes. They're going to crush him. And when you look at the net worth there on the side, CS and everything, it has actually all been Darkside. They're the ones that are winning.
Yeah, and Pantomime is now like way in there just trying to get some vision. Oh, nice. He is contesting the boar that's inside the Ancients. So the boar was sent back, which is really smart by DK Focus, because like the boar can't work in a lane versus sniper anyway. So he's just sent his boar to go stack the Ancients and stack these cants up for him, so he doesn't go do it himself. Then you always get your axe recovery. Yeah.
Go be useful, my pet, because here you're just gonna be feeding gold and experience. Yep, it does seem like a nice thing to do. He only has one point in it, and level 1 boar is very easy to bring down. Overall, how's it looking? Yeah, only 1 kill, 5 minutes in, not much happening on the map, but still Darkside ahead, 3 of the cores, stopping the network charge. It's only 5 minutes in, so this can change. But Afterlife is not having the greatest time for sure. Top lane, Soneko taking some damage, Pantomime even more, but DK Focus here not going into a sniper. He understands it, a couple of headshots, and he'll have to move away while Pantomime heals up. So the action will end. Again, no casualties.
Everyone just looking for their farm. But, I mean, Roger's pretty happy in that situation. He's even able to leave Ramses alone a little bit in that bottom lane. He rotates towards the river. And you've got Soneko over here just keeping some vision on their stacks, getting another one prepared. And he'll be very happy to leech some of this XP. There are sentries blocking both camps, though, so no stack there.
That one is not gonna work. It was the Hoodwink that was no, it was actually the Treant that was fighting off with the board there. So that's the reason. Now we're gonna have some lags. So we waited for this game, not for a long time at all, and now the players need to rest. You know, get their shoulders straight, stretch a little bit, so we can get back into it. But on the more serious note, hopefully the lag does stop as fast as possible, so that we can get into the game. Do you lag that often when you play Dota? I feel like in pro games it happens a lot more than it happens to me, let's say.
I think that there's definitely some server instability that I run into. Like, I feel like the only time I'm ever lagging having problems is when everyone is. And it's like, man, what's going on with the servers in Europe today? Like, I think it's usually that kind of an issue. It definitely only happens when I play in Europe, though, because North America, we got those empty servers, you know? Those things, they're not lagging. You guys are overcrowded over there. I come to play some Western Europe pubs. That stuff's lagging all the time.
That is true. That is true. I did play a couple of NA games in the past. Really, no issues there whatsoever. What's happening?
Stealing these stacks with his Beastmaster right now. He's like, oh, thanks, bud. It's okay. You know, Beastmaster gets the Ancients. You get the camp. It's fine.
I mean, the Bat can farm the Ancients as well, can he?
Yeah. He's 3 and 3, so he should be able to. Just takes too long, I guess, at this point, so he wants to get back to the wave. And I assume the Beastmaster is probably more important to put that on him. Although his lane has been going pretty well, so maybe it won't even be necessary. Maybe it's better to just, like, get your Bat moving as fast as possible and get that boost of travel plus 1 item going.
I think maybe it was the idea from the get-go, yo, I'm going to lose the game with the Bat, I need stacks. And then he just
then he won his lane.
He won his lane, and the idea was that I get the stacks. So why should that change right now? That's an interesting build that you said 303. That's not something that we see too often, but against the Queen, it is something that's normal. DK focus. Yeah, this should be a very dead Beastmaster. I don't see him getting out of this one without any help. Ramsey's on the bottom lane. The same fate might come to him as well. Don't know. He turns around more, and those Razors, they hurt. Afterlife is gonna have to get out. Beautiful toss, just in time. A couple of more hits. Okay, this SF packs a punch, a pretty strong one as well. Gilgir turns around, he has to kill him with the Acorn shot, will be able to finish him off. And Roger, he wants revenge for his fallen comrade, but no cooldowns there. We already talked about the long cooldowns, so Roger isn't gonna be able to do much. Gilgir, you're playing with your life, man, here. Guys, they're not gonna fight any longer.
He's really pushing it right now. So like, hey, my core is gone, you know, I gotta make sure I'm getting everything that's in this lane available to myself here. Is the river there, Snako jumping away, and Ankrad, not only did he lose his lane, he has 3 points dagger, of course, typically like the lane winning build, and what you would expect versus the Bat Rider, but that's usually used to shut him out, and okay, well, you know what, you don't need anything else if you got an ulti, I guess. But there's the vengeance.
That was a long TP from Soneko. I think he was TPing to the top lane where they just TP'd the Bat and the Beastmaster, so that's why he died. It looked to me like he was supposed to be getting out of that one with Einkrad, getting a bad blink, but he decided to TP for 6 seconds instead of 3, I guess.
But like, what does your Queen do now? I mean, you use the Sonic Wave, you have 3 points dagger. This is a very difficult hero to rotate on right now.
It's almost impossible. You need the enemies to dive, and you need that long chase for these daggers to really kick in. It's a tough one for sure for him. We'll see. I guess for now you just have to take the loss, stay in the mid lane, and try to recover in any way possible.
Oh, and another TP onto the boar up top from Rebel. Oh, so sneaky.
Munkushi, he's not getting out of this one, is he? Yeah, you don't have the 4 staffs this early, you don't have the concussive grenade, you don't have your life, and Rabel, he doesn't even look at him. The sniper burns down, no way to get out of that situation. That's 2 deaths in a row, and he was already not having like the greatest of times, at least not as good as I expected. Requiem was used on the bottom lane, but the toss, I guess, wasn't that great. Roger now is in some trouble, Bushwhack not available, and the burst damage, ooh, he dies in the base.
Whoa. You know what? That's the 3rd point. That was the Shadow Strike. Of course, if he had Sonic Wave, or if he had Scream Max, maybe he just would have died. But anyway, that will count it.
This is fine, because he dies in his base. You gave him hope that he's gonna live, and you just took it away. So it's gonna be more of an emotional damage type of thing here coming out from the Queen. But it works. I think right now it's important for him to get a lot of kills. If he doesn't get a lot of kills, it's gonna be a disaster for the Queen.
Yeah, that's a classic, you know, they TP, they die in the base, you get all the XP. Queen of Pain, you don't have to share. Since you got the kill bounty and no one else is nearby. So there you go.
True. That was actually perfect. I was thinking, like, how is he suddenly that high in levels? But yeah, that's because Roger died in the base. That's amazing for Einkrad. Now he's going to be level 9, pretty much close to Rabel. So that does change things. Support levels,
fed
though.
the mid laner? I worked so hard here. How's this guy the same level as me, you know?
Just accept your death, Roger. Why the hell are you TPing back to the base? Why are you doing that?
Radiant
Yeah, that's
structures are
no,
fortified.
imagine your teammate starts flaming you because of that. Yeah, that's the I quit type of moment for sure. But top lane, Pantomime, he's about to quit, and or he's gonna be forced to quit here while Soneko dies on the other part of the map. There's gonna be another Sonic Wave used, and Rabel, he doesn't have his ulti, so might not be able. Nah, easily with the Roger Avalanche, they'll finish him off. But Ramses is being chased down. There's the dagger. He's literally not moving. But SF versus the Queen of Pain, a matchup as old as time. Aincrad doesn't have his ulti, doesn't have the damage. Ramses is fine.
Yeah, he actually ran into Ramses in the jungle and almost got his fairies trinket. So that would have been pretty disappointing, but Ramses did double back and find it. So has TP home though, and now we'll lose that little bit of farming time. So one move punch back. They consistently keep losing heroes up top here as the Roar is going to be dropped onto Pantomime. Still a pretty tanky tree though, with 2 points in the leech seed. Centaur's going to try and hold in place, but I think he's just going to walk it off.
Help is coming, so you need to be careful. Squirrels defending trees. It is their lifeline after all. Rabel, meanwhile, kills Afterlife on the bottom lane, and now it is going to be the Beastmaster to stop Pantomime. He has to use the ulti there so that he doesn't die himself, but look at how much he heals Styx and the Leech Seed. No way the DK Focus is going to be able to get that kill, and even the TP from the Queen of Pain, unnecessary, but either way, it's going to be quite nice to see that the egg was used on the other parts of the map as well, but Sniper
Everyone's
died.
Yeah, he got
everyone
avalanched into just straight up Requiem. That's it. He took 1110 magic damage. No right clicks, nothing else. Just
Dire's
annihilated.
middle tower is under attack.
Poor guy.
And it looks like that was probably off of an Invis rune because yeah, as he did pick one up. Oh no, he denied it. Never mind. So I don't know why. He just got avalanche ulti. That's all.
No towers have fallen just yet, though. We're seeing that Afterlife is trying to kill Soneko, and after that the tower, though. Some nice footwork coming out from Soneko, or wing work, either way you want to call it. He's going to be getting himself out. Every single support, you know, the position 5s here are making sure that their towers don't fall. Pantomime, it's his job, and Roger, he wants to stop him. Yeah, okay, Pantomime is going to get super annoyed by this one. He hates creeps, he hates the Batrider, he hates fire, he just hates everything. They've been killing him over and over again.
It's truly an early tree pick, you know. There's a lot of heroes that Tree does not want to see in this game.
Like every single one of them. Except
yeah,
maybe
it's bad. And they all just grab trees, you know, axes, Firefly, Phoenix. Everyone's just breaking down these trees. Shadow Fiend, the only one who cares about the environment here.
But even he is a flaming demon, so you know
That's true.
Oh, Soneko. He is playing with fire again, but he does have the egg this time around, so he will be able to survive Timber, so I don't really see him getting the 6 hits into the egg.
Yeah, and he's got the same XP as Afterlife right now, by the way. He's just getting so much time down here because of Ramsey's early rotation out of the lane and the efficiency that Shadow King can find in the jungle, like a Terrorblade situation.
Roger, he is all alone, surrounded by enemies. He really just has to create some space here. Not gonna be happening. Gets pulled back, and the Bushwhacked will get in close. Do you get annoyed sometimes with Bushwhack? You feel like it has moved you way too far back?
Oh, it's amazing. I love that hero. I haven't really played much of the newer heroes in Dota. Like I played some Snapfire, but none of the other heroes really like stuck out to me. But Hoodwink, man, I played one game of this hero. I was like, this is my hero now. This hero's so fun to play. I love Bushwhack. I love min-maxing it too, just like you said, so they really get dragged.
DK Focus, he wanted to roar there, he opened his mouth, there's gonna be a lot of screaming there, but in the end, he's gonna be the one that dies. Aincrad, he's trying to kill the egg to no avail. He only got one hit in, and then got burnt to a crisp, but now, the rest of his teammates, they just came in there, they're probably gonna be dying as well. Pantomime for sure, but Gilgir, oh, nice spell usage there. It might, no, it's not even gonna get close to saving his buddy. It's gonna be the Batrider that gets the kill, a double
bottom.
one.
He's got no Firefly for 6 seconds, but if someone else TP's here, he still has Lasso.
He might kill him all on his own, to be honest. This is not looking the greatest for Afterlife. Can he break that? No. Without breaking the Timber Chain, you don't get the kill, so Rabel will give up on that one, but he is still protecting the tower. Okay, now he's gonna kill it himself.
Yeah, that's fair. And no more time to be down here. You know, got other stuff to do on the map. Just take the deny. I can approve of that. Is that his BKB flying out? Oh my goodness. This is a frightening one. And yeah, 3.5x odds there, as you can see, from EGB in favor of Darkside. They are looking pretty solid heading into the mid game.
Yeah, it's looking really good for them. Ever since they did so well in the laning phase, it was kind of a normal thing to expect they were going to be doing good, but now they're doing really good, and finally they're going to be going for a smoke. Ramses, he doesn't care much about that one, going to go back to farming.
And trying to link up here as they sort of take over the jungle. What do we got for vision? No wards left by look. Oh, we got one more left there on Roger, so plant one in behind. And the Blink Dagger is only a couple hundred gold away here, unfortunately. Oh, the toss in the bat, though. The Blink was still on CD.
They saw him blink there, and they were assuming he was going to be going all the way back. So very nicely done by Darkside. They get the kill. Their smoke works out, and even the glyph was used. So this tower is going to take some nice damage. Of course, you can't take it down. You're up against the Treant, and overall, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So one move will retain that one, but not the life of their Queen of Pain. SF is going for a Manta. So do you approve? Would you rather see a BKB?
I like the Manta. I think, you know, they're kind of ahead right now. He's probably going to get the Aegis. It's good versus the tree. It seems nice. I feel like he's fairly confident this game.
It's looking good for him. Meanwhile, Gilgear, sharpshooter, doesn't connect on anyone. That doesn't mean that DK Focus will live. Afterlife, he does so much damage with the help of Aincrad there. And they're going for Roger as well. It seems like Darkside were a little bit too deep. Let's see, blinks to the side there with Aincrad onto the high ground. Roger's gonna get caught, assassinated. But yeah, that's only the spell. He's not been literally assassinated up until now. They want to use the Requiem. Ramses, he's just threatening with it. And one move they don't want to go through. It's gonna be their own souls that they're gonna be facing. Ramses turns around, one raise, Aincrad is in a good position, and the heal from the Sunray is going to be keeping him full, but it's Aincrad that has to run away. He has revealed his positioning, which isn't a really good one here.
Yeah, where's he going here, you know? I guess he drew him off the tower. He might get the kill on Seneko now as well. He dives. Oh, next to him. Not quite there, though.
He's greedy. He wants Ramses. That's the thing. That was a dead Phoenix, I think, if he stayed on the high ground there. But either way, they are gonna disperse. One move, get a mid lane tower. They're gonna be happy with the trade overall.
Yeah, you were behind. It was pretty difficult to pressure in there, and they took advantage of the Beastmaster being dead. And turn that into more kills. In the mid lane, they almost get Phantom, but they also almost get Ramses, though. Very close trades.
Heals are there. The sharpshooter not gonna be enough damage just yet. Only level 9 on the Hoodwink, so no level 2 sharpshooter on the horizon just yet. Munkushi is farming. He is getting to that point where he's gonna have a Hurricane Pike, so not gonna be easy to kill, but Roger has found the Blink Dagger. He has found the Queen of Pain. Where's the lasso? Yeehaw, there she has been caught, and she has been brought down. So Neiko will be the one to claim the kill, and with that, this should be an opening for the mid lane tower.
Yeah, Beastmaster has another Dark Troll Summoner as well, so if they want to rally the troops, they could start pressuring into mid as well as top.
Let's see if that's what he wants to do.
Dragon now, though. Okay. Big
Radiant are scanning.
That's even scary. I don't know if you're a World of Warcraft player or not, but Deathwing is pretty good at destroying structures and planets and everything. So he's a big black dragon too. So I wouldn't be messing with that one.
All right, noted. I will not mess with it.
Okay. So that's gonna be a toss back. Gilgear is looking very dead there. It's gonna be Soneko getting a kill. Roger, he pays the price. Jumping into the enemy backlines, never gonna be ending too well for you. And the tower remains intact. Their one move, even with the Queen of Pain being dead for quite some time, they don't allow it to take any damage.
And that's all while Munkushi's mostly just farming it up right now too. That feels pretty good. He is on an Observer Ward right now, but they don't have any way to punish this right now, especially with Roger being dead, so just continue to farm here, being protected by the tree as well as the Timber Saw being in the proximity. And Rebel is stalking Aincrad down bottom here, but again, getting the damage out is a bit tough. Yeah.
It's very tough. He might be the one in trouble. I guess you don't want to be using your 9-second BKB just to get out. And especially with the Hoodwink being there. If they connect on the Bushwhack before the BKB, that could be dangerous. Rebel, what does he want to do? Okay, he just wants to push out the wave and not really get caught there, so he gets himself out. And look at Soneko, how aggressive he is. He's level 12, man. That's a lot, and he's the one buying the book.
Yeah. I really like that, though, because like Phoenix very level hungry, thanks to the old Midas build, kind of showing like why it's so important, but especially because of the ultimate. Clearly, it becomes much harder to destroy as you get those levels up. All the spells are great, mostly of course fire spirits and such. Early levels, and that is still a Timber Saw. Oh.
Is he alive? He does have a Lotus Orb. He's trying to live. Okay, there's gonna be a Sunray. It's not gonna be enough to get himself out. And Rabel, he does use the lasso even on himself just to get that kill. The tower will fall. The TP and coming out from Phantom.
Nice
You really want
toss.
to That's gonna be a nice toss there. Rebel, he's thinking about going forward. He does have the BKB, but Munkushi's out. He sees it's a bad position. He wants to get himself out of that one. One move, they lose a tower, they lose a hero, but not much more. Roger is not done. He wants more. Phantom will get caught. He's being defended by his trees. Not for long, though. Tossed back into the arms of the SF Illusions, which with the help of everyone else there, do manage to get the kill. So that's gonna be a bonus one for Darkside.
Yeah, and the fact that Timber was so survivable and forced the lasso to be used gives a lot more freedom to Ankrad in these sort of moments. Like, or else he couldn't be down here right now, right? Like, he doesn't have to be worried about this Bat Rider because of this. And Gilgear is coming in. Oh, they got him!
Yep, he's gone. Do they use both of their spells? Yeah, just kill him as fast as possible. That's gonna be a big kill. 700 gold into the arms of Ankrad.
Oh yeah, that's his first one of the whole game. Oh man, that is so good to get on the Queen of Pain, actually. She really needed that. The BKB is now done, and the Roar going to be dropped on Gilgear. That's a freebie. The army of Beastmaster is just getting these heroes completely eviscerated.
It's very tough for one move to play the game right now. Look at how small their map is. Even when they push the bottom lane, they can't really stay there for long.
Yeah, and these Hawks being up as well, of course. That vision that I'll take a little bit for granted from the caster point of view. Just letting them know so much what's going on. Roger, though, also under some vision. And nice toss back, though. All right, Snakely, you're a little crazy.
A little? He does have the egg. Maybe he's baiting them in. There's the egg. Come in, Aincrad. Pop your BKB. He cannot fight the SF. He needs to get out. But Munkushi from very far away trying to get him down. The egg will pop. Not stunning anyone. He'll have to get out. Rabel, get himself out. He does have the BKB. 8 seconds left, but doesn't want to use it. So everyone will disperse. In the end, it's just going to be the egg used.
Yeah, a bit expensive, but it helps get everybody out. And one move, gonna try and take advantage of this. What's the timing on Sonic? Sonic Wave 20 seconds away here.
Yep. He does have the Arcane Rune, so that's gonna be the big one as well. If they
the
can
blink
start
from
the fight before
Gilgear.
that happens. Oh, he doesn't catch anyone. That's a nice Manta usage there coming out from the SF Pantomime. Yeah, you're not getting out to that one. Roger has been on point with the tossbacks. Now when it's maxed out, it's so easy to do, and Ramsey's there. He has a kind of a dancing crew, and they walk into the pit.
He's got quite the posse with him right now. Makes the Roche pretty easy. There's no way they can feel comfortable contesting this right now, especially when they're trying to get their waves pushed out here. It's starting to approach that bottom tower. So Aegis for Ramses, which is great because he still had like 1,000 gold to go towards that BKB. So this will give him the confidence to just approach these tier 2 towers and start securing the outpost. For the side of Darkside, and just checking off the boxes right now. And Gilgear, he misses that blink initiation. They were really hoping to grab that so they could have some chance of taking this Aegis for themselves. And there's a lot of pressure on him, I think, to set up the next fight.
Is there like a timing one move it's waiting for, or they've kind of missed all of them?
I think they have definitely missed the Timbersaw feels like he can win our game timing.
Okay.
Like he can still be annoying, but like this Timbersaw never really got to be a bully. And part of that is because of the Bat Rider, because the Bat Rider had this incredible game, and Bat Rider is one of the best heroes versus Timber. Plus they have all the magic damage of a Shadow Fiend and a Tiny, so it was sort of a tough game from the get-go, but this would be an okay pick-off on the Rebel here. Force the BKB, that's not going to save you.
Nice. They got the BKB as well, as you mentioned. That's a big one. Pantomime going through the trees. Is he setting up for the top lane? He does have the overgrowth, and now the TPs are coming in, but they know that's going to be happening. There's the overgrowth going in. Afterlife has the Lotus Orb. You cannot roar him. You have to do it somewhere else, and he's not going to be able to save himself. That's a beautiful bushwhack. Come back, Roger. You're not getting out of this one. A nice bonus there from one move, and nice things happening for them. They're gonna get the bonus 250 gold as well. Munkushi, he finishes off the dragon, so they kill the bat. Without the bat, well, it seems like Darkside can't fight properly.
Yeah, they can't fight them fairly, but if they just walk up behind you with this invisible treant, you get a little bit overzealous on your pressuring without detection, he's gonna hurt you. I'm not sure if they'd seen the shard. I feel like maybe they had, but perhaps that was... I don't know, the way they were positioned, it looked like they did not know he had shard. Because that was pretty brutal. You combo up the overgrowth into the punch like that, and it's just so much sustained control.
It's very weird that they didn't have a sentry there. They had a hawk in
Especially
the
because the
in
hawk.
trees.
Yeah, exactly. Like the hawk is just there, and it's just like, nope.
It is weird, but one move, they get a victory on a fight. They delay the Aegis for a bit. It's still gonna be there for another 3 minutes. So Darkside, if they want, they can go for another push on the top lane, which it seems like they're preparing for it.
Yeah, maybe this is the you know, you get one free in there. But hey, well, speaking of one, that's the one sentry that Roger has. There's one more there on Seneko.
And it's again not in an ideal spot actually to find the tree if you're going for the tower. 9 seconds until the overgrowth. That's gonna take you a bit more than to take this tower down, especially with the living armor. The thing is though, now you have 5 heroes and you have the BKB on the SF, you have the Aegis. This is not gonna be a fight that one move are gonna be willing to take.
Roger just YOLO dust. He just blink forwards and dust. Yeah, like you said, they're not here contesting. So it's not really worth fighting fairly into the Aegis. Good decision for one move, but yeah, it costs you one bad fight from Darkside. They still eventually get their objective, and they're immediately going to start smoking their way down. They have a lot of vision on that bottom, or on the right side of the map. I think they've seen these couriers flying through, so they're going to try and hunt down where one move is right now. I suspect they will TP out before the smoke gets here.
Yeah, it's taking a bit too long. They went first to the triangle, they overtake the area around their own vision, but
they see Mukushi.
You want it? Okay, Mukushi is gonna be fine. Aincrad, he doesn't even know how close to death he is. Maybe he does because he has blinked away. Mukushi, get out, my friend. They didn't see him. Now they place vision, and yeah, they're not gonna know, or are they? Batrider, Rebel, he's still going forward. Those trees, they're the best friend of the sniper. He has laned with them, and now they're gonna protect him, getting him into the fog of war. Munkushi finally gets himself to the high ground, and is gonna be safe from the gank.
Hawk on Aincrad right now. He has the Lincoln Sphere though, so gonna have to find a pop here.
He turns around to fight. Let's go. 3 versus 1, 5 versus 1. Who cares? You versus me. But in the end, he just runs away. He was just posturing there and understands that he can't do anything by himself.
That is a problem, though. When he has the BKB up, they really just don't have... I mean, they can roar away the Lincolns and then lasso. So either way, it's not a great choice, right?
Not ideal. Not ideal. But what if he jumps in and then the SF just beats him up? You know, that could happen.
Yeah. Definitely viable.
DK Fogus has the Blink Dagger, another way to get on top of the sniper. We'll see if the Queen of Pain maybe uses the Lincolns on the sniper. Wouldn't hate seeing that.
Definitely is the big play potential here.
I guess that's the hero that they're gonna be hunting if you're Darkside. If the sniper isn't attacking, I don't see one move having enough damage to finish off the fight. They do have good chances of starting off the fight with a kill, though it is gonna be Darkside that gets one for themselves at the start there, and Afterlife is just gonna be pulled back. No way of getting out of that one, or is there? He goes to that one tree. There's gonna be a roar as well. You're not allowing him to escape for sure, and they're going for more. Let's see now. It has been Roger that has been caught. Gilgir hidden in the trees with the Blink Dagger out. He'll be fine. And one move, they do manage to. Oh, was it only the courier that they killed?
Yeah.
It was the courier. So that's pretty bad.
It was like a little worrisome with how much damage they were able to get out from their timber in that river there while he's being brought down, but not really a good opportunity to turn. They lost the tree too early on the top side of the river there as well as they were trying to approach with the Queen of Pain and the sniper. It was as the Aegis was expiring, so I kind of like the idea of one move maybe getting over there and attempting to create a fight, but not going to get what they wanted in the end. But at least now they have a chance to smoke out when tree and timber are ready to go again. Since you won't have to worry about the Aegis this time. Is good blink out there from Roger to keep him alive.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Though the tree being planted, that acorn shot could have hit him, but in the end he will be okay. 19 to 15, 5k gold lead, one move.
Roger.
Oh, Roger, you don't want to be there. Can he get out? Nope, that's not gonna be happening this time around. No chances of a blink out. There's gonna be a bushwhack keeping it in place, and the TP will not be successful. So one move, get the kill. Back to the question. One move currently. How are their chances looking in this game?
Well, let's see. Dopas gives him 30%. Oh, nice bushwhack. No BKB yet for this guy, so he's gonna go down. Would I say 30%? I think maybe a little lower. I would say more like 20%. I feel like, I mean, though they just got a really nice pick off on a Beast Master, which just gonna help here. Definitely depends on this next Aegis, that's for sure. I feel like if Shadow Fiend gets this Aegis, then it's going to be really hard for them to stop Batrider from just, like, snagging someone on the high ground when they approach the base. Nice root in the bottom lane there, as Pantomime has found Rebel trying to TP back home.
Yep, so he's not going to be able to do it. He needs to kill this Treant and then get out. Says, kill me, don't go home. Finish me off, Rebel, though. Okay, that blink is not going to be so good. He just saw him, but he already wanted to blink, and now he's going to be blinking over into the trees. Batrider will have a TP in just a couple of seconds, but he's going to be chased down. They don't want to allow it. They want to kill him. This has been the two that have killed the bat over and over again. Gilgear, not that side. He's not on that side. Rebel is going to have the BKB. He's going to have a TP in just a second. Sonic Wave is ready. The damage should be sufficient. Screaming in someone's face. It seems brutal, but it does get them the kill. And the bonus 250 gold, well, we're going to find out after the break.
Yeah. Will that Granite Golem survive? Let's see. He's not near any other creeps with his Helm of the Overlord, so he cannot deny this bounty.
He's
Toxic pause as I crack.
Oh, yeah.
After Rebels like question mark.
Yeah.
Question mark? We're just doing a toxic pause, that's all.
Yeah, we're flaming you right now. That's that's what we're doing. Probably not the case. I was like, when you said the Beastmaster is not close to any creeps, I was like, how can he not be close to any creeps? And he's inside of his base. Yeah, that's definitely true. So this should be a 250 gold bonus for Aincrad, and there's gonna be an assassinate. Will it be for Aincrad? He wanted to get it himself, but no chance there. It is going to be the sniper that gets it in the end.
It's a carry player, you know, they're experts at that. They know how to steal that last hit. You're not going to get it.
I mean, a Queen of Pain player should be quite well versed in.
She gets the hero kills, the hero last hit. She can't do creeps. It's a whole different ball game, you know. She doesn't know the math, you know. The carry players, they've seen some ancient camps.
Okay, that does make sense. That really does make a lot of sense. Afterlife, he's running into Roger. You bullied me in the laning phase. Let's go now. That's what I thought, Roger. Run away and never return. Nope, now you don't have a blink. You're not going to be running away. Roger does have a Force Staff, and there is going to be an Assassinate flying through. The damage sufficient, and Roger is dead.
Oh, and the timing, though. 1:15 until that Roche is up. So there still will be a chance for Darkside to regain some control. By one move, I mean, they just turn it on right now. They're feeling a lot more confident ever since Aincrad got this Lincoln. It's like completely changed the game and how they can move on this map. Because you've seen the bat just has no answer.
Yep, he just stands there and waits for death. Right? Even though he kills Pantomime while doing it, it's not good enough. Only a 1k gold lead, considering the Darkside were winning for the majority of it. It's not looking good for them. They still have division. They still have good team fight with the Phoenix. But ultra late game, would you give them the advantage?
Ultra late game. No, probably not. I think the sniper gets like outclasses Shadow Fiend a little bit. I think for now, I still like Darkside if they just get a decent jump.
This is late game now. This is late game territory. We're getting into ultra late game. It's gonna come out later. We'll see if one move can get there without losing too much. Darkside though, they're in a smoke. They're finding a good angle. Jump in for Minecraft. He knows that he's very hard to kill. If he gets caught by the avatars, he could easily be blown up. Okay, the Lincoln's is broken, and that's not the best way to start off the fight. They didn't use the lasso though. It was the Force Staff that was used. Now a nice connection there onto the SF, but he goes forward. Let's go. The Phoenix dies before using his egg. Though the same will be true for Panther and Ramses, though he's stranded. The sniper is attacking him. There is gonna be a roar onto the sniper. Don't touch my SF. But he gets to the low ground. Mancucci will be fine for now. Ramsey's still standing his ground, not taking any damage. SF is the one that's gonna be the king of the hill, and the wolves there eating the poor little sniper hiding in the trees. The toss? How did that happen? It has to be the Force Staff. He tossed him in the back, but the Force Staff is stronger than the right arm of the Tiny, who's gonna be assassinated there. You're not gonna be tossing me away any longer. Ramses finally uses the Requiem. Aincrad needs to blink away, and Afterlife is there to finish off Rebel. They both hate trees, burning them down, cutting them down, but in the end, Afterlife will be cutting down Rebel, and with that, winning the fight for one move.
Okay, I think what happened was that he tried to toss Mancucci to the hoodwink. You know how if you're in the toss animation and someone blinks, it'll follow the blink if it's not far enough? He was trying to toss him onto Gilgear to do a double avalanche on the two heroes like a tiny player likes to do. But Gilgear blinked at the same moment and brought Mancucci back to safety.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened because his Hurricane Bike was on CD.
True, true, true. And he couldn't be hurricaning, piking during that one. I thought maybe the hoodwink has a first stab, but no.
Yeah,
so that
but
has
no,
to
it
be
was just his blink. It was just like because like that's the ideal tiny play. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
but he gets burnt by going for the optimal play.
Yeah,
Instead
you
of
need
just
to
tossing
toss
to an
it the
ally.
crease. Yeah,
Oh, that's
Radiant's
so
top tower
crazy.
is under
I don't know if I've
attack.
ever seen that happen. That is so
that's an interesting
unfortunate.
one.
Like he was dead. Like the Alpha Wolf was right on top. They had the vision. He had
It was
nowhere
over.
left to go. Oh, that's brutal. That is so brutal. And Gilgir too. They had the initial save as well with the Glimmer Cave. They
Radiant's
kind of
top
hesitated
tower
for a
is
second. They had to
under
get the dust out. That created a little bit more space. Sniper gets out. Got him away from Ramsey, so he couldn't just keep tearing up that fight.
Let's see, Roger jumps in. Okay, his tosses have been great thus far, but now he got outplayed once, and he wants to prove himself. It's not working out. You say unfortunate. I say
Radiant's
Gilgir.
top
He planned
tower
for that
has
all
fallen.
along.
Yeah, he's too good. That's right.
Yep. Imagine he really planned for that. We asked him after game, like, Gilgir, did you know? Yeah, I know he was gonna toss the sniper onto me. Like that. That would be some next level, you know, taking the prize, even though you didn't know what you were doing. But either way, 5K gold lead.
Clearly that's the case. Gilgir's that good. That's what we all believe here. So.
That is the case for sure.
Radiant's top tower
5K gold lead for one move. They win that one crucial fight really, and Darkside now they're on the back foot for the first time in this game. They're behind in terms of net worth.
Yeah, I am very impressed right now. I gotta say, I really felt like things were gonna get difficult, but it's they're just playing these fights really well. They're being very patient and they're sort of like holding that territory like you like to do with a sniper. And the Darkside just can't quite crack it. Like they're very close, obviously, just like that last fight. Looked like they were going to have it, but a couple things go wrong. Like this we talked about during the draft, this stupid sniper. You make one little mistake in the fight, and suddenly he's just gone, and you can't grab him again.
Pew, 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 and you're dying. I'm liking that the Batrider is switching up his build. SF, man, Ramsey's is farm, you know, but the sniper is just as farm rebel. He's to get out, he's gonna get bushwhacked. There are gonna be some heals and the roar onto Phantom. There is not gonna be a usage there of the overgrowth. Aincrad uses the ulti on the Ramses and his illusions. He's gonna be killing the illusions, but the real SF, his HP stays intact. It still has that satanic to use if he needs to. He did kill the bat, so that's gonna be another nice kill for one move.
Yeah, it's so hard to play these fights now for Darkside too because of this Aegis on the snipers. Sort of had this like dream goal of lassoing the sniper and seeing what you could do after that, but not a great option. I guess that's not true because you have Shadow Fiend and the Beastmaster. Maybe lassoing sniper is still okay as long as you can get the kill in the first life and then you can set up with an SF after, but it's obviously just getting tougher and tougher.
If he uses his BKB though. If he doesn't,
yeah, true.
it's a little bit harder. But overall, still, you don't want to be out of position with that hero either way. One move, they're still holding the majority of the map, even with the Beastmaster on the other side. Let's see Darkside can threaten Aincrad, who's just getting another kill here. Has the Bloodthorn. That's a lot of damage that he does just from the right clicks. I like how they're switching up the builds, and now we're starting to see both the Batrider and the Queen of Pain having some right click damage.
Man, I still can't get over how protected he is by this Lincoln. Like, you can see there's like 3 heroes next to him, but they just can't do anything. They just don't have any good setup because of the way their heroes function versus the Lincoln Sphere. Unless they have both Beastmaster and Batrider in range to do something. Just not a great option. So just forced to let him go. He TP's right back mid and he snags a kill onto Roger, who has spent more time dead than alive over the past 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure.
He's not having fun. Like he would like to press some buttons at least to warm himself up because he has cooled down completely. SF, DP's out, and Afterlife's not going to be able to catch him there. But that was close. 3 heroes of Darkside were in that small spot.
Dire's bottom
The
tower
Hurricane Pike is there for the Batrider, so has one option versus the Queen at least to try and pop that Lincoln Sphere.
We don't see Afterlife's camera there, so if he might be able to go to the bathroom if he wants to. Anyways, let's see if what's gonna be happening here. Smoke, one move. Where do they want to go?
Got some neutral items. Got an Aegis expiring in 20 seconds, so not the time to fight right now for Darkside. Certainly want to wait for that.
Please. He showed himself for a second. Now he's just going to be leaving the illusions. One move. They're going all the way around, but Munkushi isn't really close. So it doesn't look like they want to be fighting on enemy territory. Both teams are kind of aware that the fight will be breaking out soon.
Yeah.
Where did Darkside want to go?
I think Darkside as well, like, the reason I still favor them until the ultra late scenarios is that I think their fight initiation is still just quite a bit better. Like, I think starting a fight from one move isn't necessarily that easy, because, like, there's still no blink on tree. You know, maybe in the right circumstances and parts of the map, then that's still going to be fine based on, like, being on the side lanes or something, but it still feels like there's a pretty heavy reliance on guild gear, but more importantly, they're just playing to counter initiate. It seems like they're just, you know, Darkside feel forced to run into them because as it gets later, the sniper gets crazier and crazier, and they also feel like they have the strength to fight them, but they're not finding that perfect initiation. They're not getting this crazy good toss back or lasso, and then they just sort of collapse onto to Darkside once they make that failed initiation. So Darkside now have a choice of, like, how do we want to start this next fight, or, like, what items do we need, because I don't think one move are going to make the aggressive play.
It does look that way, though Queen of Pain is working towards a Hex. I think that's also a good initiation tool. That is something that they were missing. And the other side isn't really going to have a Linken's like one move will. We saw even the Sniper working towards it. Phoenix does have the Halberd, so that's going to be another way at breaking the Linken spheres, or even dealing with one of these two heroes in the fight. SF, he's going for an Arcane Blink. I feel like that's something that can be a big factor in fights, and an initiation tool that one move might just not expect, especially the first time that it is used.
Yes. Yeah, especially like the BKBs are getting lower and lower, and I mean, I say that, and Sniper still has his at 8, but Queens is down to 6, so people tend to hesitate a little bit more with them. They want to make sure they have it at the right time, these crucial engagements in the late game, and so it all takes that 1/2 a second of the Requiem to catch you into the fear, and you can be very, very sad. But the scythe is done, so speaking of catch, it has now been largely upgraded here for one move, and poor Roger could be a victim here, depending on the vision of the bomb. But no, Queen Maid's not rotating down there to her illusion or anything. She's heading up to top instead. Oh, I say that.
I really like these DPS meters that we're getting from time to time. They're really nice. Oh. That's why I'm always reminiscing of World War. You said it. You said it. He's probably.
She wasn't going there. Then she turned around. It's like, oh, buddy. There's the Arcane Blink though, so we'll see. Vision-wise, they have no idea this is coming.
Phoenix, there's the silence. Ooh, just in time there. Aincrad is everywhere right now. He is godlike. He lost his lane just because it would be so unfair if he won it as well. That's BKB.
True. Did fat finger the old BKB there though.
Yeah.
But 6 seconds anyway. Probably not going to matter unless we have a fight within 10 seconds of Phoenix respawning.
So any big items other than the Arcane Blink for the side of Darkside?
It's not really looking that way, huh?
Oh.
Just the eventual Scythe from the Beastmaster, which we have seen clutch out some games, but I mean, Scythe is in general just becoming more and more popular, at least in the games that I've been casting, seeing way more of them in the late game.
Till there are two Lincolns on the other side.
Yeah.
I feel like the one on the Timber and the one that the one on the Queen of Pain and the one on the Timber that he's gonna have, that seems to me like the more impactful items currently. Batrider, Rebel, close to death. Okay, a lot closer than he would want to be. Rebel is dead there. In the end, Aincrad just does so much damage. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's actually disgusting. Even the Stormcraft are helping out there for the final bit of damage.
You're literally laughing there.
I mean, it's just, I mean, you just see like how much Rebel was dominating this game, and like Aincrad's struggling, and he got Lincoln, and the game was just, it felt like kind of over. Like suddenly Queen's in control. You know, she doesn't really get to be the queen all that often anymore. She kind of feels like a middle of the road hero. I feel like in a lot of these like later engagements, just setting up for somebody else. She doesn't have these dominating matches. Like every once in a while, Storm Spirit still whips out a game where he goes like 24-0 or something. But like Aincrad, since he picked up this Lincoln Sphere, he kind of feels like one of those dominating mids that you have no options versus. Like they just have not contested him in so long.
Yeah, what do you do? He's like so strong. His Queen of Pain, we all know in the late game she can be powerful, but this is actually ridiculous. He's the one topping the network chart, even though at some points in the game he was nowhere even close to the Sniper and the SF, but now he's over both of them. And level 25 Sniper, he does have the DD as well. He is doing a ton of damage there. They did give the axe. Oh, that's a hex onto the Tiny. He's not going to be getting the toss back. That's the way that you wanted to start that one in Aincrad. He was ready, but it's still going to be Roger's. No, he's not going to be surviving. He just dies a little bit closer to home. So he's going to be having a proper burial there, but he does buy back. The SF is going to be taking some damage. No, he won't. He does hide in the shadows there with the Silver Edge. Does have the Arcane Blink, so that was spotted, and they know the smoke was used. Ramses goes in. Can he kill? Oh, yes, he can. Ramses will get that one, but needs to pop the BKB. The Requiem as well. Was it worth it? There's a buyback on the Squirrel as well. No, Rebel, where's your BKB jumping in again? You know this guy's fast on his fingers. He's been proving it so much. Now Roger, Force Staff, not going to be getting to the high ground. He tries to go there to get himself with the small Yules, but no, he's just going to be stranded outside of his base. Aincrad goes deep in there. Zones out everyone from Darkside who have no response now. How do they even start a fight here, Trent?
No, I don't know. Like, he's looking for another Arcane Blink play here from Ramses. He needs all 3 raises with that attack damage, though. But he's losing heroes.
Okay, he's losing himself as well, and yeah, it's time to call GG. This game is over. There's absolutely no way that they can engage onto one move, and we're just gonna be enjoying as the sniper shoots down another axe and the throne explodes right after that one. So game 1 to 1 move. This is the 3rd game in a row that they're gonna beat the Darkside here in the Eastern European DPC.
Damn, that was actually so sick. Like the itemization coming up from one move, the Lincoln Sphere into the scythe as well, and the Timber Saw. I'm not sure who got that sick scythe onto Roger at the end, but his game just crumbled in the late stages. Like, I mean, it's hard to get those tossback plays later on there, and the Darkside though, they were really patient, and they recognized that the initiation was causing some issues for Darkside. And they really punished that. They just they set back, they waited, they pushed waves, and Darkside felt like running into the brick wall a couple more times until one move took the W.
Yeah, that was actually pretty impressive. I like the point that you're pointing out the Lincolns too much, because I think it really was the main turning point. Usually it's not the one item that changes everything, but it seems like Darkside's lineup, they really relied so much on both the roar and the lasso, and neither one of those you could use properly in the game, really.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw a Lincoln Sphere look so powerful. Like it's usually like, okay, it gets the one save and it's going to delay the interactions. I'm going to get off my BKB now or something. But this was just a straight up like, we can't kill her anymore, guys. I don't know what to do. Like Rebel his game ended. He was dominating the map and he just like passed the torch to Aincrad. Now he was dominating the map and just took over the game from there. It was actually kind of crazy to see. So very impressive on one move, because they had the 2-0 versus Darkside last time. Darkside coming into this, they have a pretty good strategy in the early game. They won all the lanes, where we expected one move to do much better in the lanes at the very least. And they kind of got smashed in the mid and the late game.
Does this show like the skill discrepancy between these teams? Because I mean, you won 3 times, you lost the lanes where you should have won, and you still win later on. Is one move just straight up better than Darkside?
At least their communication seems better, and their game plans, like the general idea of the concepts that they seem to recognize in terms of like what the opponent needs to win versus what we need to win. It seems very strong in one move, because this was just a recognition of the problem that their lineup had and how to solve it. And the problem was, we can't start fights. How do we solve it? Don't start fights. And it worked out really well.
It actually did. So their communication is better, their map movement is better, their vision game is better. But we'll see if they are that much better than Darkside to win the 4th game in a row against them. But we're going to be finding that one out after the break, guys. So stay with us. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.